An official from the Asian Development Bank said the Philippine economy is going through a golden age, with the country's growth seen outpacing its peers in the region on the back of strong investment and domestic consumption. ADB projects the Philippine economy to grow by 6.8% for this year. Kelly Bird says domestic demand and the government's infrastructure program will fuel growth for the next few years. The Philippine economic growth in 2017 was very strong. It was driven by robust domestic demand. We see this period as a golden age. It is the highest economic expansion in over 40 to 50 years. This growth will be sustained in 2018 and 2019. Along with domestic demand, the government's infrastructure investments will fuel the country's growth in the next few years, supported by a sound economic policy setting, Bird said. We expect this growth to further lift wage employment numbers, add to household incomes, and benefit more poor families across the archipelago. The ADB said investments would be supported by large public infrastructure projects that include the Philippines' first mass transit subway.
We will make the next few years the golden age of infrastructure in the Philippines to enhance our mobility and connectivity and thereby spur development growth equitable in the country. In other words, we are going to build and build. To improve our sea connectivity, we launched 15 brand new ro-ro vessels to ply major nautical routes all over the country. We also opened the ASEAN ro-ro shipping route connecting the ports of Davao and General Santos, Philippines to Bitong, Indonesia. We modernized the ports of Iloilo, General Santos, and Cagayan de Oro and Zamboanga. We shall complete strategic road and bridge projects, and some of the road sections shall be widened and improved to address the worsening traffic. I am directing the MMDA and the LGUs of Metro Manila as well as the LGUs of Metro Cebu and all other regional centers to ensure the flow of traffic and immediately clear our roads and thoroughfares of all unnecessary obstruction, including vehicles parked on the streets. We are building new airports, and we are now accelerating the implementation of the communications, navigation, surveillance, and air traffic management system projects, which will result in the on-time arrivals and departures, better manage air traffic, reduce flight operational costs, and safer and more convenient travel experience. Believe me, it is easier to build from scratch than to dismantle the rotten and rebuild upon its rubbles. Help me build a better tomorrow.
If we are experiencing a golden age of economic growth, this did not happen overnight. First of all, it took a lot of work, Finance Secretary Carlos Dominguez III said at the regional press launch of the Philippines hosting of this year's 51st ADB annual meeting. Dominguez then gave credit to the administration of former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo for surviving the 2008 global financial crisis, the deepest world recession for a generation.
As I was telling you earlier, the Philippines is doing well in this global crisis, but that's small comfort to the average Filipino who feels higher prices.
The finance chief also lauded Arroyo's successor, Benigno Aquino III, for providing the country with a lot of cash savings that helped the current government. But more importantly, the Filipinos elected a very dynamic leader in President Duterte, who has a vision for his country, Dominguez said.